Hey everybody, Steven here, playing Subnautica Below Zero in the experimental build, and they've done a complete restructuring of the purple caverns and a couple other spots, so I'm going to cover that today, and it's it's completely different. So they've done that, they've done some changes to the lily pad biome and where Margaret's base, one of her bases is. So I'm going to take this fog up here. So mining site, they've just made this bigger, and then going down now you actually go through that tunnel there, which just looks slightly different. I don't know if that's just me thinking it's different. It's not. We'll just ignore that. That's at the start of the game. What they've also changed is this, getting in here. So if we come down here, this is completely different now also. It wasn't that little circular deal. Now they've completely removed that, but they also have the oxygen lily deals here as well. So let me go ahead and go here. So I got an oxygen plant, so we can do that, which starts to make me think that they're really going to force you to dive down here. Versus being able to take any equipment. So let's see if it'll let me scan it. Yep. So we got a precursor bounty there. So if we go back through here, they haven't updated much on this end. I mean, just really that change there. Then I'll go back into free cam mode actually. They did take out this, they had, and I don't know if they're going to put it back, but they had a Cyclops right there. As a matter of fact, all the Cyclops in here are gone now. So I think what we're going to see is there's just going to be a whole bunch of this all over the walls. Hopefully some Cyclops maybe that we can use, because the other thing is once we're down here, I'm not quite sure how we're going to get out. Maybe you have to go, I mean obviously backtrack, but I don't know if this is going to be one of those things where they're going to force you to go through this, which I've talked about in previous videos. But that's really just with the mining site. The biggest thing, and I'm going to turn this way, all of this over here is different. So there was, we'll start back here, there was this, which this tunnel, I thought they're just going to connect it at some point over here. I still think that they're going to do that, but now when you go down, they've restructured this, and then it literally just goes to a massive open room for right now, which I'm assuming they've just obviously blocked this off to show, hey, this is the area that you have to play with. But it is pretty big. So that's the first thing that they've changed, is right there. Coming back over here, let's see where we're at. So once we get over here to the tree spire biome, back into the camp for that. So coming down, they removed, there was a little branch over here that is gone now. They've blocked this off right now. I think they're going to reattach it potentially. I think all this stuff, or it's going to go to this. Kind of looks like it's that beginning sign of doing that. So certain things, it kind of alludes to something, but they've changed so many things that I don't want to say that that's exactly what it's going to be. So Margaret's base, we have one right here. That's still there. Going down here, they blocked this side off also. They still have the little side room over here. So curious to see what they add in there. I think they'll probably just put another precursor artifact in there. Let's see. And then we're seeing like the remnants of certain things that are still in there that are going to get wiped out. So we have all this. That's still the same, but it doesn't connect now. Like I said, I think it will eventually, because even this is close to right here. this all goes back up. So they've essentially like almost like cut it, because if you remember, this went down here and then we had a whole, kind of see part of it right here. We had this room that was right here and it ran up. It's not there anymore, obviously. Now, and so it's part of one of the tunnels. Now when you come down, it's this whole massive area. And this to me looks very much like the Lost River. It's like the blending of like the Lost River and when you start going down into the towards the lava. Is it the lava castle in the first game? But this hits kind of like a this room, but really just hits a dead end right here. But let's go ahead and see where we're at. This is saying the Tundra Void. Oops. Let's see. And it is pitch black. Yeah. So I'll take that off. But yeah, it's looking, I mean, the change, the game keeps getting bigger and bigger. Here's one of the little pockets that was there in the previous room. Yeah. And it still has the little thing, like the top coming down to meet it, and then, but that looks completely different. So that is that. Let's see if I can find, look us back to that base. I mean, it's gotten substantially bigger. The other big thing with that is, I'll come back this way. When we come up here, here's like, I don't know if this is going to be the entrance or I think it'll be the exit. Because the way they've done it now is I have to go through all of that and I can come up through here, and now I'm in this other section, right? And that's how I can actually get back to the start. I'm assuming I'll have the tablet, and then you can go up into that precursor base up there. But let's just float through this a little bit. So you can see it. They used to have the entrance right here. You could literally just go here and then walk up. That is no more. Now I literally would have to come all the way through all of this stuff in order to get back over here. Let's get that back on day. So obviously a huge implication for the story, but they could change that also, so I don't want to say that that's the way it's going to be, because they've changed so much. The other thing is when you come down here, too, like this doesn't go down anymore. Like it just kind of ends. There's a little pocket here that goes, but like it really goes to this now, where in the previous build this all went straight down, and that was kind of the I think that was the Tundra Void. I don't even know what that's going to call this now. Let's see. We are just in the Arctic biome. So I'm assuming they're going to build this out obviously more. I don't know what that means in terms of depth, just because they kind of flattened all this to make room for this, so it can only go so far down before it runs right into this. Maybe it does attach, I don't know. So that is that. And this all happened yesterday, which is actually my birthday, so I was going to try to make a video, but just got busy with a bunch of stuff and wanted to make one today to just cover, because they, like I said, they completely rechanged all that stuff. And then over here, when you're at the lily pad biome, when you go to another one of Margaret's bases, like we'll go to the top here, and I think this looks way cooler than it just sitting there. Literally you have to come down and it's hidden in here, which is awesome. So there's supposed to be 4 of her bases, if I understand that right. And then these tunnels, I mean, got one through over here. We'll go back down, and now you can go down into the deep lily pad area with these plants here, which look really, really cool. I'll take that fog off. But my understanding, oh, they actually added in animations as I played this last too of that. There you go. But my understanding is that there's supposed to be 4 bases that you'll find. And I know you'll find at least the orange tablet at 1. So they've changed this also. Just looking at the edge here. Just this biome's gotten bigger. They've pushed all this back. So the scale, like I said, keeps getting bigger and bigger. Definitely looking more like the first game in terms of size, which is interesting because originally I thought this was pitched as like just like a DLC, and now it's turning into this massive game, which is awesome. So that is it. I know a lot has changed. Let's take that fog off. Oops. That looks better. That looks creepy. And come down here. Go. Oop. Right in between. That's not gonna work. There we go. And all of these are, I don't know if they'll have it like this the whole time, but all of them so far are underwater. Like, doors open, everything's leaked out. Ooh, Outpost Omega. Oh, they changed the animation on that. That is cool. But that is it. So, for anybody else that wants to opt into the experimental build, I mean, you can do this just by going into the properties on your game in the Steam account. So you could be looking at this stuff also. But we're going to end this video here. So lots of bigger changes are going to be happening. Oh, that looks awesome. I still don't know, like I said, when the... There it is. Oh,
new creature discovered.
The update for this month is gonna like officially launch. I do know that there will be one this month, but based off how much they've just changed, it's gonna be pretty substantial. I've also noticed that the look itself just seems more polished. I'm sure it'll get it even obviously more polished as we get closer to, I think October is when this is supposed to officially release. But like texture wise and everything, it just looks better than the first game. It just keeps looking better. So that is it, everybody. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.